AF4EU Agroforestry Business Model Innovation Network.
Welcome to today's episode of the AF4EU Podcast, brought to you by Teuga. We're exploring how agroforestry can work on different types of farms, from simple and scalable models to more complex and diverse systems. With me today is Daniel Fischer, agroforestry expert and innovation broker of the Brain in Germany, working at Salt. Daniel, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to share how different agroforestry systems can really transform farming and support both productivity and sustainability.
Let's start simple. Many farmers worry that agroforestry might be too complicated or not compatible with modern agriculture. Could you explain what olive cropping is and why it could be a good entry point for farmers?
Absolutely. Alder cropping is one of the most practical and scalable agroforestry approaches. It basically means planting rows of trees or shrubs alongside agricultural crops. The spacing between rows is flexible, often 12 to 100 meters, which means farmers can still use their standard machinery for planting, harvesting, and field management. The benefits go beyond just productivity. These systems improve water retention, protect against erosion, enrich soil fertility, and create a more stable microclimate. Economically, they also open up additional revenue streams, for instance, through timber, biomass, or reduced cost from lower fertilizer inputs. So farmers don't have to sacrifice yield. In many cases, it even increases long-term profitability while making farms more climate resilient.
Thank you, Daniel. Moving on a step further, we often hear about fast-growing pioneer trees like poplar, willow, or alder being used in the systems. Why are these species so important?
Pioneer trees are crucial because they establish quickly, adapt to a wide range of conditions, and provide multiple ecological services early on. They stabilize soils, improve fertility through humus formation and sometimes nitrogen fixation, and create shelter from wind or heat. From an economic perspective, they are also attractive because farmers can harvest them in relatively short rotations, gaining early returns through timber, bioenergy, or even fodder. Mechanization helps keep the management practical because these species are relatively low maintenance. Once established, the risk for farmers is manageable. That said, success depends on good planning, selecting the right species for local conditions, ensuring proper management in the early years, and developing strong regional value chains to secure markets for biomass or timber products.
That brings us to mixed agroforestry systems. How these combining fast-growing trees with valuable species like fruit or nut trees change the whole picture.
It really adds another layer of benefits. Fast-growing pioneer species act as protective shelter for slow-maturing, high-value trees. For example, walnut or chestnut trees may struggle on exposed degraded sites, but with the shelter of pioneer trees, they can flourish. This combination diversifies both ecological and economic outcomes. Ecologically, it restores degraded lands, boosts biodiversity, and improves water cycles. Economically, it spreads risk by offering staggered harvests, early returns from pioneer trees, and long-term income from fruits, nuts, or valuable timber. Of course, these systems require more investment, knowledge, and careful management, but they also bring higher resilience and stronger long-term benefits for farmers and rural communities.
And now, let's talk about the more complex systems like dynamic agroforestry, syntropic agriculture, or even forest gardens. These sound quite ambitious. What makes them different in your opinion?
What sets complex agroforestry apart is its high level of diversity and structural layering. Instead of just one or two layers, these systems integrate trees, shrubs, annual and perennial crops, and sometimes even livestock in multi-layered designs. Agroforestry emphasizes dense planting and regular pruning to boost fertility, while syntropic agriculture focus on succession and energy flow, closely mimicking how natural ecosystems evolve. Such designs significantly improve soil organic matter, sequester large amounts of carbon, and yield a wide variety of products, ranging from fruits, nuts, spices to timber, honey, and medicinal plants. Forest gardens or food forests often apply this principle in urban and peri-urban contexts. They can deliver high yields on relatively small areas, provide year-round harvest, and require rather minimal maintenance once established. The challenge, however, lies in the higher knowledge requirements and the patience needed, since economic returns often take longer and management is more intensive at the beginning. But the overall benefits are tremendous, supporting food security, strengthening climate adaptation, and creating productive, biodiverse landscapes.
Thank you again, Daniel. This has been incredible, insightful. From simple early cropping that any farmer can scale up to mixed and complex systems that we define how we think about land use, it's clear that agroforestry provides a whole spectrum of opportunities. Daniel, any final message for farmers who are hesitant in all this?
Well, my advice would be start small and practical. Even a few rows of trees can make a real difference. From there, scale up and diversify step by step. As climate challenge intensify, these systems are less an experiment and more an investment in resilience and the future.
A great note to end. Thank you, Daniel, for sharing your expertise today. And thanks to all of you for listening to our forestry for every farm. Until next time.